Scott Band with Be Here on Solid Country Middays. It's True Country 106.3. Bradley Wayne here with Grace Scott and Steve Isaacs of the Grace Scott Band. That's a part of their new EP that they are... Is it officially out, or is it going to be out when exactly?
We have it. It's probably going to be... We're thinking about a album release party maybe on Black Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
So, and then we've already talked to some different record stores that are going to be carrying it too.
Very cool. So, but yeah, right now, Be Here is one of the 2 tracks that have been unleashed upon the listening public. And Be Here was one that you guys have had here for a while. And so we were talking a bit about the recording process while the song was playing and everything. And you guys recorded this back in June, right?
Yes, down at the Static Shack. We worked with our producer, Alan Johnson. We were actually supposed to record in April, but
yes,
2020.
Then the Rona hit. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. But so those plans then for April, so did you guys just kind of take it, month by month or so to determine when you wanted to reschedule, or how did that all work out for you guys?
Yeah, we kept in close contact with Alan because we wanted to be, everybody to feel comfortable and be in the right headspace and ready to record. And I should probably share too, like when we were all like in separate rooms, working together, and then we would mask up and go into, the booth and talk with him and, listen to what we'd done. And so it was all very, 2020 social distancing friendly, which I never dreamed that I'd be like worried about a mask and in-ears and all of that,
right.
While we were recording it. It made it a little more nerve-wracking, but everybody was also safe and healthy through the process.
Which that's the way to go there for sure, especially in 2020 recording music. And luckily, though, that was a thing that you guys were still able to do. And, with that comes this great new 3-song EP. And so you recorded in Indy at the Static Shack. You were telling me that one of the dudes in Bob and Tom is like a co-owner of the place or something like that.
Yeah, Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. He owns a really sweet studio down there. And the same, Alan also produces all their albums. So, and some of the best artists in Indiana. So we're like, hey, we want to have the best sounding recording we can get. And he just did an amazing job and really brought the best out in us.
So, outside of, masking up and all that stuff for the recording process, how did that go for you guys? Was there any big takeaways from the experience that's, something you can apply to some future times that you record again or anything?
I think we all learned a lot from the process, and it was also a dream come true to be able to have that experience. I think you shared that when you did some recording, too. It's pinch me. I can't believe this is happening. And I have a very clear memory of when we were sitting in the booth with Alan. It was actually when we were working with Troy, our keyboard player. And I just I had tears in my eyes. I was just so overwhelmed. This is us. This is our band. We went from sitting on my front porch with an acoustic guitar, writing these songs together to this moment, and it was a dream come true.
It's a moment where all the hard work finally, gets to, be shown, and everything that you guys have been striving for, you're finally in that studio, and it just, it all feels so right. So, and now you get to, put these out there to the listening public and everything. And how has the response been to the new tunes so far? What kind of feedback have you guys been getting?
Yeah, people really dig it. We'd been getting good feedback at the shows for a while, and then when people finally heard it all come together, especially Conversation, the electric guitar riffs, Brian Enders and Nate Scott just totally tore it up on those, and people really into that too.
That's awesome. Well, talking about Conversation, I got that cut here as well. Let's talk a little bit about that one before we play it here. How did that come about? What was the inspiration behind Conversation?
Yeah, it's another one of those relationship songs. A lot like Be Here. Sometimes things just aren't the way you want them to be, and you're like, we're gonna have one more talk about this and decide what we're gonna do, and do we even want to? So it was kind of the idea. Grace is. A lot of her stuff is kind of in that Miranda Lambert kind of lane. So, and we have a very rock kind of band too. Our 2 guitar players are are both from the rock world, where Grace and I are more on the countryside. So I don't know, it really gives them a chance to showcase what they can do, but yet keeps us like in that country lane.
That sweet spot between country and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Just like Donnie and Marie, man. Grace, what did you think of the song when you were first presented it? Yeah.
Well, Steve and I, this was one I remember specifically talking a lot about, like, what is this woman's point of view in the relationship? And I think that I've been really happy after shows. People have come up and that have really appreciated the original songs, and they've said, I just really appreciate your perspective as like a strong woman who can stand on her own 2 feet. And that's definitely the message that we've wanted to come through the music, and I think that shines through in conversation and in Be Here too.
Awesome. Well, let's give a listen to Conversation here on Solid Country Middays. It's the Grace Scott Band on True Country 106.3.